And good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Michigan International Speedway here for Bluegrass Cup Series on the Bluegrass Media Facebook and YouTube page. Sorry for the little bit of the delayed start. We were having some session troubles, and so league owner Jason Collins had to wait until about 9:05 to start a new session. You know, iRacing is a little bit weird with their sessions, so he had to wait till about 9:05, and once he was able to start a new one, he did. And yeah, that's why we are about 5 minutes off of schedule here, and we do apologize for that. But either way, hope you are here and ready to go, as we are about 5 minutes now into qualifying. And currently, that number one Ford Mustang, Chris Scott Fritz, he's sitting on the pole with a 38.99. We always talk about how he can pick up speed here at certain ovals. He talks about himself, how he's a dirt driver in nature, but he's out here running Bluegrass, picking up the Cup Series. He said he wanted more experience in the Cup Series, so and it's good to see him now picking up that speed, as he's got a 38.99. Decent little lap, as Alex Huffman said a 39.24. We know how fast he is. Trenton Jump, a multiple race winner in the series, 39.03. So he's running up there and faster than some good company. So it's going to be good to see a good battle here between our lead. And if Scott Fritz is going to be an early dominant car, as we ride on board here with Justin Winters as he comes to set his first lap, pulling off a turn number 4 here, the big banked, long, wide, straight oval, as he is going to hit a 39.061. So not a bad lap from Justin Winters. That's going to set him 6th place currently in the 10 cars that have qualified. So we're right on board here with Justin Winters as he finishes up this last part of his qualifying lap, last half lap. He's going to throw it here into turn number 3. And Michigan, one of those tracks, you're going to see multiple grooves used here tonight, but mainly that bottom lane and about that middle to it, I'd say between that second lane where he's at right now. So yeah, you're going to see that that middle groove roll in, that low groove roll in early, and tire saving does happen pretty early here, as they will wear through tires pretty quick, as Justin Winters is going to set a 39.079, so he's not going to better himself on that second lap, but still sitting in that P6 position is right on with Mo Abbott, as he set a 39.119. He's currently sitting in the 11th position, slowest out of all the cars that have qualified. So that 48 Ally machine, see if he can pick up any more pace here on lap number 2 as he hits the line. 39.141, so not going to better himself either. So Mo Abbott going to sit on the tail end of that field as well. Look at that. Jimmy Allen just set a 39.02. He is going to be in that 3rd position in that 16 National Guard Ford Mustang, as that thing every week looks so good. And he is rolling off of turn number 2. We'll see if he'll better himself on lap number 2. But Chris, I think you were saying that we have the points ready to pull up here so we can show the fans here before we get into this race, as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the best of 16. It's Jimmy Allen. 39.110 as well. Brandon Robertson now going to set the pole position. We're about to pull up the points here in just 1 second. Sorry, apologize about that. That's Brandon Robertson in that number 2 Goodwrench machine, going to set that P1 spot. He has shown some speed on a lot of tracks this season, especially some of the road courses, and just hasn't been able to get it done. Either been caught up in some type of accident, or just I don't know, losing the cars, Phil in the late run, but it seems like he's always got good pace here early run, and it's good to see him putting himself in another pole position and getting himself out in that clean air early. It's good to always see Brandon Robertson be one of those lead cars up there, because, when he's up there in that clean air with those good drivers, he usually has a good day. Tried on board with Matt Grenier, but we're going to go ahead and pull up those points. Chris, if you're ready, you can go ahead and throw the fans all those points information from your notebook.
Yeah, so right now we've got John Swartz sitting in that 1st position with 4 season wins. So right now he's going to be sitting in that 1st place position with Jimmy Allen sitting in that 2nd place position right behind him. He's only 4 points off, so a stage win and a race win would do him really good here tonight. You got Scott Fritz. You see him sitting in 2nd position right now in that 3rd place, so He is also on that podium looking in towards that top position. You got Trenton Jump. He's going to be in that 4th position with John Kinder in 5th. So actually, they're tied for position right now. That John Kinder and Trenton Jump are for that 4th position. So 6th place is going to go to Wyatt Brackett with 7th, Alex Huffman. Matt Grenier is going to be in 8th, with 9th going to Adam Lancaster. 10th, Justin Winters. 11th is Frankie Barroso. 12th is Tyler Johnson. Brandon Robertson, which you see is sitting on the pole, he's going to be in 13th position with Mo Abbott and Casey Barlow and Dylan Butler all tied for that 14th position. So right now, Brandon Robertson is sitting on that cutoff line for that playoffs thing. So he needs to get a win and set himself up into that top position so that way he can survive this.
You know, and that's what we were talking about a moment ago in qualifying. You know, Brandon Robertson shows speed all season. He's really put himself in good positions in the race and been close to a lot of victories towards the end of the race, but either caught up in something or just not the best car out there that day. But Brandon Robertson's got the speed, man, and he's definitely got the experience running with the fast guys. He's fast himself as a solo car, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, when we get out here and run with the, races like a super speedway. So, I mean, it's going to be, you know, Talladega style bump drafting with, you know, that shorter track feeling. So it's going to be fun to see how Brandon Robertson adapts to that, how all these guys adapt to that. And who's going to be the better drafter, who's going to better be like, who's just going to be the best in race pace is really what I'm excited to see as we go into this event. I mean, 4 minutes left into qualifying. I just can't stop thinking about gridding up and getting this thing going. Is each time we see a car get out there and, you know, turn another lap, I'm just getting more and more hyped up. This is looking like it's going to be good, Chris.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a really good race tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the track weather here. Pull this up on screen. So it's going to be the Bluegrass Casino 200 tonight here at the Michigan International Speedway. Of course, you do know that it is a 2-mile track, so a really long track. We've been racing a lot of those half miles and you know, mile and a half. So now to be on a 2-mile track, it's going to be a change of pace. A lot of these drivers are used to those shorter tracks. So going to see how everybody fares out. The weather outside is 80 degrees with 40% humidity. Partly cloudy with 9-mile-an-hour wind, but the track's only an 84-degree temperature, so we'll see how long it takes for that track temperature to drop off, because we do know the cooler the track, the better the tires are going to wear. So we could see a lot of green flag runs here if we don't have any incidents early on in the race. So you see Dylan Butler out here on track now, setting his first lap of the session.
And we'll have to see how much that track temperature does change as we go into the race session. So once we switch over here in about 2 minutes, I will give you that track temperature information. But yeah, here in qualifying, we do have a cool track, and if it stays that cool, definitely going to be good on the tires. But, you know, Michigan usually hot, humid, and very, very sticky out there in those race cars. It's Dylan Butler on his second lap, going to set himself in the pole. That just came out of nowhere. 38.96. That's a new pole sitter there with 2 minutes left in qualifying that. Number 96 Toyota Camry. Good to see Dylan Butler up in the pole position currently. Man, that is somebody that has not been able to have much luck this season. Another one of those showing speed, but not a lot of luck. And good to see that 96 of Dylan Butler, as he is sitting dead last in the cutoff line, as he is tied for 14th with Casey Barlow. So a good run here for Dylan. Hey, that would definitely help him out, as that 96, he just pulled that out of the hat. Dylan Butler through the kitchen sink at that run, and he definitely found some pace where others couldn't on that second lap. 38.9, and is a good lap from Dylan. So as we have about 40 seconds of qualifying left here. You see that 96, your pole sitter, Dylan Butler, man. Just very, very stoked on that run from that 96. That was just a good lap right there. Lap number 2, too. Not a lot of guys get it done on that second lap. You see that, was that Nirvana, Chris? That's a Nirvana helmet, right?
Yeah, it is definitely a Nirvana helmet.
Come as you are. I see him shaking his wheel in the car. Think he might be hyped up. He just got pole position. All right, as our field is starting to grid up here. Chris, if you want to go on board with some of these drivers as they start to grid in here. Oh yeah, as we are waiting for our leader to sit in or get in. As there we are. And sitting on pole here tonight at Michigan International Speedway, it is going to be that 96 Toyota Camry. It's going to be Dylan Butler sitting on the pole position with that number 2, Brandon Robertson, sitting in that second position, that good wrench Chevy Camaro. He is going to be sitting on that outside lane as they come to the green. He is going to be sitting in that second position. Scott Fritz, the number 1 Ford Mustang, who is not virtually in yet. He is sitting in that P3 spot. And then you're going to go to that number 8 machine, that Allen's Body Shop. There's the one, that Speedworks Ford Mustang. You see him right there to your left. And then it's going to be that number 8 of Alex Huffman with that 15 of Matt Grenier. He is going to be sitting P5. The National Guard 16 Ford Mustang of Jimmy Allen. He is going to be lining up P6 with John Pill, and that number 7 Chevy Camaro. He is going to be lining up P7. That BBS Wills 46 Ford Mustang of Trenton Jump. He is going to be lining up P8 with that 33 Yingling of Wyatt Brackett. He is going to be sitting P9. It's going to be Justin Winters in that 52 Allen's Body Shop Chevy Camaro lining up in that P10 position with Cale Clifton in that Bass Pro Shop number 50 lining up P11. Jonathan Swartz in that Phoenix 7 95. He is going to be lining up P12 with David Brackett in that Yingling Chevy Camaro lining up P13. Gary Jaworski is going to be lining up P14 with Mo Abbott in P15. Darius Boyd in that DoorDash number 10. He's going to be lining up P16 with Tyler Johnson in the Viagra Ford Mustang lining up P17. Frankie Barroso, he is going to be P12 in that Mark II Aerospace Chevy Camaro lining up P18. And Adam Lancaster in that 28. Lancaster's Transmissions did not qualify this week. He is going to be lining up P19. Casey Barlow, another one of the drivers that did not qualify, usually fast. He is going to be lining up in that P20 position with Brian Terry in 13th. In that 13, excuse me. He is going to be lining up in P21 with Bryce Hunter right behind him in that P22 position. So that is going to be your field here tonight at Michigan for the Bluegrass Cup Series as they are getting ready to roll here. As you see the pace lights off on that iRacing pace car, as that is a slick looking pace car bringing the field through the turn number 4. As the iRacing pace car bringing him through the exit of turn number 4, as he is going to get ready to take that hard left here in just a moment. Go, 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 go! We are green, boys, for the Bluegrass Casino 200, as it is going to be too wide coming off of turn, or into turn number 1, excuse me. That number 1 is Scott Fritz, that 8 of Alex Huffman. They are door to door as we roll in here to turn number 1, as we already see some action through the field. Too wide, looking like Talladega, as we are out of turn number 2 now. two wide. Looks like that one is Scott Fritz. Maybe going to take it 3 wide here down the back straightaway. Doesn't have much help, but that 96, you don't want to be in the middle there. That's going to hang him out like a parachute, and that one should be able to drive on by, and he's going to make himself up a position right here. Maybe is that 96 getting a little bit of door draft on that 8 of Alex Upman. We're already 3 wide here, Chris. It's not even the end of lap 1, and we got a new leader, that 2 of Brandon Robertson in that good wrench Chevy Camaro. He is sitting in P1. He is going to lead lap number 1 here as Alex Huffman, Huffy, he is going to roll up into that back bumper, and he is going to say, hey, here I go, baby. I'm going to lead lap number 2 as he is going to try on that inside lane, that Allen's Body Shop number 8. He is going to be rolling on the bottom, and look at that, 96 of Dylan Butler, little tight coming out of turn number 2 as they're going to be 2 wide there with the 96 and the 2 of Brandon Robertson. As you see that one of Scott Fritz now, he's starting to fall back just a little bit after making that big run there at the start of lap number 1, as you see him on the back bumper there of the 5, or P5 of the 46 of Trenton Jump, who's already up from his original qualifying spot of 8. He's on a good little run here early as he's got the race pace for sure all over the back bumper of that number 16 of Jimmy Allen. So as we are rolling here lap number 3, it looks like we're already got some good little action. Dylan Butler now starting to fall back just a little bit now. He is sitting in that P5 position right now, and he's got a freight train of cars now on his outside lane with a big bunch of momentum as Alex Upman's going to set the fastest lap that last time by, 38.91 for him, as he is going to be your leader here, and it looks like he is already getting out to a little bit of a run, Chris, as we are starting to see the field settle in right here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that outside lane is the lane that everybody is preferring. I do see a lot of that mid to high lane, so it doesn't look like a lot of drivers are going to be opting for that inside line, maybe just not as fast as they want it to be. We do know these Cup cars have a weird aerodynamic push now. They changed the physics on them a little bit ago, and I want to say that you can push a lot more, but it's harder to get around people. I don't know how it is on Michigan. I haven't tested them on Michigan, but I do know that, whoa, we got a couple of cars back there getting loose. It looks like that was Wyatt Bracken getting a little pushy into the wall there. It looks like he's going to get it underhand.
It might be Dad telling him, hey, let's go. He was the fastest car the last time by, David Brackett, 39.18, as he was rolling in that draft, as these guys in the back battling, the guys up front here battling. Alex Huffman's still going to be your leader here with that number 2 sitting in P2 as he's going to roll up to that back bumper of the 8 here. Let's see what he decides to do. Maybe giving him a little nudge into turn number 1, trying to get that race car tight as he gets it up to the corner. But it looks like that of Alex Huffman, he's got it under control as they're going to roll out of turn number 2 all clean currently. Is that 52 of Justin Winters now? He's going to poke himself up into P6, Chris, up from his original qualifying spot of 10th. So that 52 machine, no Sarah May, is probably hyped to see that as Justin Winters is rolling out of turn number 4 right now. But he's got that 96 year original pole sitter of Dylan Butler rolling to the outside. Looks like he's got himself off that that unfortunate place, that place you don't want to be, no man's land down there on that bottom lane. And he has got himself back in line, picking up some momentum here as he's rolling. It's right now, it seems like all the momentum, it's going to Huffman. As in the driver's meeting, I told him, I'm not going for anybody. Or I'm going, the only person I'm going for, basically, is what I meant to say, is Alex Huffman. So everybody else, you know, whatever. I'm just going, Huffy's my boy tonight. I don't know why, but that was who I was just feeling to win tonight. And look at him, he's already out there in P1. He's rolling this early portion of the race. Hopefully, we didn't commentate or curse him, but hey, Huffman, it's good to see him out there.
Yeah, we got Sarah Mays in the YouTube chat. Come on, son, 52 winners. Way to go, Huffy. Hey, Sarah, it's good to have you here again tonight. As we just heard, Josh did call you out there. So you see Justin has moved himself up 4 positions from his starting position. So currently sitting in that 6th place position. Looks like, yeah, Josh, whoa, as you see that 16 to Jimmy Allen getting on the inside of that 44.
46?
46, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Justin Winters is coming up to that back bumper of that 96 now, so man.
Also got Logan
they are
Russell.
rolling here.
Also got Logan Russell in the Facebook chat. Let's go Team New England. Jeremy Little, go Triple L Motorsports driver Jonathan Swartz and John Bradley Pill getting that comment in before the green. Whoops, sorry, Jeremy didn't. He says don't want to jinx anybody. Sorry, didn't mean to read it afterwards. You got Logan Russell with the 200 stars. Really appreciate it, man. JC, damn, this guy talks fast as hell. Yeah, he sometimes he gets into these rants, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. I sometimes cool it down and, you know, chill out, but once I start flowing, I can't stop rolling. So, If you need me to slow it down, just tell me. I'll tone it from like 11 to like 10.5. So. Whoa, big bump here from the 52 of Justin Winters. As that too looks like something happened on the front straightaway with that car. As he is rolling it now into turn at number 2 is... He's got the 46 of Trenton Jump. All over his back bumper as you see that 96 of Dylan Butler. Rolling up to that 16 of Jimmy Allen now. It looks like he is going to go to that inside. So about a couple laps ago, he was getting tight. That's 16 now. Looks like he's found a little bit of that remedy to that problem. He is now... Whoa, big slide job coming. That's going to be contact. And Alex Huffman in the wall big time. Whoa, that was...
It's going to stack up everything.
Yeah, and look at that. 3 wide now down the front straightaway. 46 of Trenton Jump. The 52 of Justin Winters. The 2 of Brandon Robertson. The 96 of Dylan Butler. And the 1 of Scott Fritz now pulling in. Is yeah, that was some contact. That could have been avoided. That 16 just got bad tight. Maybe thought he was clear on that slide job, but he definitely was not clear. That is something you do not want to see, but unfortunate, man. Hey, that is racing. Both going for that same territory. That does happen. So we'll go back and see it here, as this is the battle coming off of turn number 2. We'll watch them come down the back straightaway, and we'll see. We'll see. You know, the 16's argument could also be, hey, the 8 could have got out the gas when he saw me coming. You know, it's there's always 2 sides to the story, and that 16 looks like he just got bad tight. Maybe back into the gas just a little bit too early. Like we said, sometimes if you're using iRacing's default spotter, it'll call you clear, even when you're not clear. So maybe that 16 of Jimmy Allen using either a default spotter or his spotter just called him clear, or no spotter at all. You know, you never know. That 16, he's going to be in the lead and doing a good job moving himself up 5 positions, even though a little bit of contact, it does happen, and that's racing, so oh well.
Yeah, as it looks like Jimmy Allen has worked himself out in front of that 96. It looks like he's starting to try to get away from that 96 Dylan Butler. Dylan Butler doing a really good job hanging on to that that second place position and that first place position. Try to keep him in here. You know, you got the 46 here, Trenton Jump, up 5 positions from his starting position, so he's also looking to try to pounce up in here. Brandon Robertson, you know, he gets up here in the front. You also saw him have to check up a lot whenever that 8 of Alex Huffman got up into the wall and had to slow down. You saw him bumping the 96 down the front stretch. So a lot of checking up going on, but right now the battle up here in the lead is starting to look good. You got Scott Fritz and Tyler Johnson also back there battling it out. So you got a lot of the guys.
That 96 just got out of line bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like he just ran up the track a lot.
That's gonna allow the 46 right up that back bumper, Chris. We'll see if the 2 of Brandon Robertson can pull up now and give that 46 some assistance. As it looks like now the 96 had a big run. Bump to the 16, now bump back to the 96 from the 46. That's going to put the 96 almost up into the wall as he is big wide. That 46 of Trenton Jump, he's been taken out of race leads before. Once at Dover, he's now thinking, hey, it's all bets off. I am just running, and I'm running for that playoff victory. I want that championship with Trenton Jump. Willing to put the bumper here, the bumper early, lap 14 out of 100. It looks like now he is going to get wide, as maybe a little bit of that aero draft coming off that race car in front of that dirty air going to suck that air into him as well. The 2 of Brandon Robertson now, he's going to almost do what Jimmy Allen did just a moment ago. He's going to get tight. Now you see Scott Fritz coming down the back straightaway. You go back to that 12 Frankie Barroso, NP9. Go back up here on Trenton Jump, as it looks like he's now starting to get a good little run here into turn number 3 behind that 96 of Dylan Butler. As you see the 2 of Brandon Robertson, the 1 of Scott Fritz, battling from that low and top lane, as it looks like the 2 is now going to come up. That 15 of Magrineer, though, on a big run, as that 6 of Tyler Johnson, 52 of Justin Winters, who was as highest as 6, is now falling back to that 7th position. Excuse me. He was in 8 for just a moment, it said, but he moved back up. So only 1 position loss from where he's been at his highest, but still good run from him. As we go back up and look at that 1 of Scott Fritz, that 2 of Brandon Robertson, though, racing hard up here. And up in front, it seems like it's still Jimmy Allen trying to break the draft a little bit to that 96 of Dylan Butler in that 2nd position. You see that 46 of Trenton Jump and that BBS Ford Mustang rolling it into turn at number 3 as we're out on board here with Tyler Johnson. Up 8 spots, he is sitting in that 9th position in that number 6 Ford Mustang. Tyler Johnson, usually one of those drivers that you see up in the front a lot, and it's nice to see him rolling his way back into the top 10 right now as he is moving back up through the field, Chris.
Yeah, as you see, Justin Winters, he's also up here, still in that top 10, currently sitting in 7th position. He's up 3 from that starting position. You got Frankie Barso up also 10 positions right now, so that number 12 is moving up a lot. Looks like Tyler Johnson and Justin Winters are going to be battling it out right now. As you see that Scott Fritz looks like he's about to make a run on the inside of that 46. As it looks like he got up into the wall just a little bit. Maybe
he got up into the wall, or he was running the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe just had to check.
Look at that run he just got off from Scott Fritz. It's to the back bumper of the 96.
Whoa,
that's gonna be a big run here. Yeah, that's gonna be a big run here. But it looks like that 96 is gonna just check out of the gas. That 46 is shoving. That's what I like to see. And this is the kind of racing you come to love here at Michigan. As look at that pack, man, for that top 10 right there. You can throw a blanket over these drivers. That is just a good bit of race cars right there. As now, look at that. That one of Scott Fritz going to get that run back, Chris. That two of Brendan Robertson, man. He is giving that push to that one. But let's see if that 46 of Trenton Jump comes back with that big old punch right here to the rear bumper of that 96 of Dylan Butler. As you ride on board here with that 2 GM Goodwrench of Brandon Robertson, who originally qualified on that outside pole into the back bumper of the one of Scott Fritz. That's going to tighten him up. He's now going to go to the inside. Let's see if that 2 can make that pass stick, as he's going to roll it to the inside. As we're seeing fireworks early here, Chris. Only lap number 18, and we've got a bunch of drivers already making contact. We've seen, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it the 8 of Alex Huffman? Yes, the 8 of Alex Huffman, you know, made contact with our current leader right now, Jimmy Allen, as Jimmy pulled it up the racetrack. You know, so we've seen some fireworks early. These guys are not taking this playoff run lightly, and they're going to race you hard. You can see it's definitely showing. It's look at that, the 96 big run back, and he's just going to check out that 46, 96, not taking that run to the bottom. They know as soon as they go to that bottom lane, that one is Scott Fritz and company, they are going to pounce on that like some hungry, you know, I don't even know, hungry tigers, man. They're going to get all over that, and it's going to be rough to get that position back. It's going to be like a big old parachute when you got that big old gaggle of cars coming around you on that outside, like a big old freight train. Yeah. And it sounds like we've got some green flag pit stop starting here, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, any cars that you see with that yellow spoiler, and you'll see the yellow spoiler, and you'll also see a yellow banner on the front of the windshield, and some of the cars do have the yellow trim around the bottom. Those are your competition cars. Those are the cars that are actually going for the championship. So the drivers that you are looking for in there, we will point them out every now and then, as you got that 46 up Trenton Jump also in that. See a lot of those yellow spoilers, so just keep a lookout for those. Those are your competition for that championship. Also going to say a shout out to Twitty. Let's go, boys, in that Facebook chat. Good to have you here, Twitty, man.
All right, Chris, look at this. This is about to be a big old pack down pit road. You're going to want to keep your eyes on this.
Whoa, this has got a lot of... What was that, 6? Tyler Johnson having to check up a lot there. Doesn't look like he got into the back end of anybody. Looks like everybody got it slowed down. Yeah, you got Jimmy Allen, Trenton Jump, Dylan Butler, Matt Grenier, Mo Abbott, Tyler Johnson, Frank Vivarso, and John Pill all coming down pit lane. So a lot of pit strategy going on early here at lap 21 in the Bluegrass Casino 200. See that 10. Whoa, that 10 getting a really big run there. Darius Boyd charging up through the field. You see the one of Scott Fritz about to be pulling down pit lane. Brandon Robinson is going to assume the lead here on lap 22. Looks like everybody's coming off pit lane now. You got Kel Clifton also down pit lane.
So just going to inform you, Chris, after that, we had, I know it was the 46 of Trenton Jump. Can't remember who exactly he was too wide with coming down pit road right there. But, yeah, when they were coming down, they were too wide, and he needed over. And he said, hey, I got to get over right here. And whoever it was, I can't remember exactly which driver, I forget the name, he said, hey, you should have been here, man. That's not my fault. I'm not letting you over. So I'm assuming Trenton had to slow up.
Yeah, as you see now, you got Brendan Robertson, Jonathan Schwartz, your points leader right now coming down pit lane, Justin Winters, Wyatt, David Brackett, both down pit lane, also with Casey Barlow. Brian Terry also coming down pit lane in that 13. So Adam Lancaster, the only one that has not come down pit lane so far, still out there in the lead. I would assume that he would be coming down pit lane this time around.
Yep, he is.
Because right now he is currently sitting in that 9th place position. So any points for laps led, any, just trying to get every little point that he can get. Currently, I think he is sitting 17 points off of the leader there of Jonathan Swartz. So definitely needing every little point that he can get. We're going to go up here on board with Jimmy Allen as you see him battling it out there with that 96 and 46. Dylan Butler and Trenton Jump. Looks like that 46 was trying to make a move on the inside, decided to go ahead and give it back up.
As we got basically the same battle right here, but look at that, Chris. Darius Boyd up 12 positions from 16th where he started originally. That DoorDash machine, it's on DoorDash. He is getting it there fast too. He is rolling. He's at number 10, Toyota Camry now. He's putting himself in the top 5. It's good to see Darius Boyd rolling up there in a good spot with Frankie Barroso right there in that Mark II Aerospace Chevy Camaro right behind him in that number 12. He's sitting 13 spots up from where he originally started in that P5 position. And hey, this is looking like we got a good little race here early at lap 24, or excuse me, now 25. Let's look at that. Go back up front. You see that first, second, and third position running bumper to nose as they are just rolling. And you see that 46 is Trenton Jump. A little bit of a run issue, maybe washing out wide so we can get try to get a run there down the back straightaway. Not sure, or he just tightened up in that dirty air. As it looks like that 10 of Darius Boyd now going to pick him up. So that's going to help Darius Boyd and Frankie Barroso catch that company up there in front of them. But it looks like Darius not necessarily going to run directly behind that 46 of Trenton Jump. Maybe not wanting that dirty air to affect him like it did Trenton just a moment ago. As we roll back up here in the lead, you see Jimmy Allen now having to defend from Dylan Butler. And I wonder if Dylan Butler now, while he's got this moment, but looks like that 46 already catching back up. I was going to say maybe go for a pass for the lead, but it looks like Dylan content with where he's running right now. As that 46 of Trenton Jump and that 10 of Darius Boyd, 12 of Frankie Barroso, they're going to pull up in that tow behind.
Yeah, as you see that 96 just kind of falling off there a little bit, but like you were saying, Josh, probably just content with where he's at right now, not wanting to run that equipment in the ground. We do know that consistency is the key to any of these races. That's something that I've had to learn as I've been racing and, being around all these guys. You just have to learn, it's all about consistency. So, just probably sitting back there not wanting to get around anybody, just wanting to cruise, maybe trying to, stick in that, whoa, as you see him getting a little loose coming off of turn 2. Just want to stick in that draft and not use as much gas. You see that 46. Looks like he's getting a little bit of a run on the back of the 96. It's going to let Darius Boyd get caught up here. As you see him starting to poke into the picture.
So fans, hopefully you are enjoying this race here, the Bluegrass Casino. What was it, Chris?
200.
200, that's what I thought. Sorry about that. I am horrible with the race names. Every time I forget them because I start thinking about everything else. And then it goes out that one part of my brain that I just forget things. And so yeah, the Bluegrass Casino 200, man, as we are 28 laps in, this is looking like it's going to be this stagnant race right now as well. I say that. Look at the 46 now. He's going to go to that inside the line as he is going to get that door drive to 96. Big wiggle. And here comes Darius Boyd. Frankie Barroso is that 46 going to, oh, and the 96, a little bit of contact with that outside safer barrier right there as he's going to have the 10 of Darius Boyd. Now it's going to be too wide between him and Trenton Jump. This battle for second place now just heated up. As look at Frankie Barroso, he's going to try to take it one for himself as he goes all the way to the bottom, 3 wide. Dylan Butler now going to roll out there, 3 wide for second place right now at the moment as these guys all hungry for is that position gain, as it looks like currently that 46 of Trenton Jump going to be sitting in that second place position. He should run that turn 3 faster, as he's shown a lot of speed on that outside lane. He will, as that 96, that 10 door-to-door right here, and it looks like it's going to file back out here as well. The 96 loose again just a little bit. Looks like the 12 Frankie Barroso, a little bit of contact with that outside wall, and there you go. It has filed back out to what it was. Jimmy Allen first, Trenton Jump second, Dylan Butler in that third position, Darius Boyd at 10th with Frankie Barroso in your 5th position. So that top 5, they're battling, but look behind them, Chris, as you see about that 6th position on back. Matt Grenier, Scott Fritz, Tyler Johnson, look at that pack back there. Those guys are racing.
Yeah, as you see right in the middle of that, you got the 52 of Justin Winters and Tyler Johnson.
Whoa,
right now,
you said his name,
as I
and
was
it looks
saying
like
his
he
name.
just made some contact with the 6, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like maybe just a little bit of a run. Maybe that 52 thought he was clear. Maybe the 6 just gained up on him a little too fast. Don't know. Whoa, as you see him cut up there in front of that 9 of Bryce Hunter. That 52 of Justin Winters does. You see Brandon Robertson falling off a little bit. Lost 9 positions. It seems like he's just going the wrong direction. You see that 95 of Jonathan Swartz, your points leader, riding that top lane. It looks like everybody's trying to get around each other. See that 2 of Brandon Robertson trying to get in on that bottom lane. It's not like it does not look like he's able to find the groove that he wants to be in. You see that 52 diving it down really far on that bottom lane. That 15 of Matt Grenier having to check up.
52 just got to run.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the 15 of Matt Grenier had to check up a little bit. That's going to slow Scott Fritz up. You're going to see that 52 sitting up there trying to door draft with that number 1. Just trying to slow him down as you go up here. He's going to go back and check on the leaders. You see that 46.
Whoa.
46 of Trenton Jump. Getting up on the door. Woo.
That was a good move right there from the 46 of Trenton Jump. That was minimal touching. And there's no damage to either of those race cars. No harm, no foul. As you see them cranking that wheel over right now as we get later into this run. About 12 laps on these tires. They fall off fast here at Michigan. As we are still rolling here at lap 33. About 7 to go until the stage break at lap 40. So it's really the race now to that stage battle. We're going to see who wants that stage win the most as you go back here to Justin Winters and company. You see that 15 of Matt Grenier, that 2 of Brandon Robertson, 6 of Tyler Johnson, 95 of Jonathan Swartz, and that number 1 of Scott Fritz and Bryce Hunter in that 9 machine as they're all rolling through that not first, 6th through 11th position, 12th, to Bryce Hunter. As you see now that number 2, Brandon Robertson, it's Justin Winters, man. He keeps trying that inside lane, but it looks like it's falling off as now we go back up here for the race for the lead, Chris. And look at Trenton Jump. See if he'll make that same Rambo-style pass into turn number 1 like he did on that 96 of Dylan Butler. As it looks like Dylan is trying to get that run back as hard as he can as we roll down the back straightaway here. As we are at lap number 34 and a half, coming to grab lap number 35 here this next time by at Michigan or the Bluegrass Casino 200. Is look at the 96 of Dylan Butler now. He's going to stick into that inside lane. That race car is going to tighten up just a little bit, but it seems like he's going to gather it up as we roll down the front straightaway here. Ooh.
Yeah, as it looks like that 96 is going to get that pass on that 46 of Trenton Jump. Whoa, as it looks like that 16 of Jimmy Allen was slowing up just a little bit.
46.
Yeah, but that's a big drive there from that 46.
Whoa, the 96 throws the huge block on the 10. 10 gives him a big shove down the back straightaway.
Yeah, that was a really big shove. You saw him getting all kinds of out of sorts there. So you seeing that 10 having to give that 96 a really big shove after that big slide job and shutting that door. But you see that's going to give Dylan Butler a really good run up to that 46. Let's see if he can make a move going into turn 1. It doesn't look like
he doesn't got the space. He's gonna peak for a second, but I don't think he's gonna be able to make anything stick. I don't know. I say that he is driving it in hard, but it looks like it's gonna fall off there mid-turn. And yeah, that 46 gonna shut the door quick. So 5 to go for the stage break as that 46 rolling up to the back of the 16 here. It looks like Trenton Jump wants this stage win bad as whoa! Big shove now to the 16 National Guard Ford from that 46 of Trenton Jump as he wiggled that 16 into turn number 3. These drivers are racing hard here tonight This is probably the most aggressive I've seen these guys all season. And who would have thought it'd be at Michigan? I mean, we've raced at places like the Nashville Fairgrounds, Wilkesboro, and not in the Cup Series, but, you know, we've raced at a lot of different racetracks, and this might be the most aggressive I've seen a lot of these guys race here tonight. As it's starting to get on that thin line, they are starting to really, really flirt with disaster, some of these drivers. So they've got to get on that gas pedal and get it rolling, or they're not going to make the playoffs. All their championship hopes, all that hard work, it's going to be out the window, you know.
Yeah, good.
Some of these guys have accepted defeat, you know, months ago, Chris. So these guys that are in the playoffs this deep, they really want to make it work. So
yeah, I was going to say a good Molly Hatchet reference there from NASCAR 98 saying flirting with disaster. So just want to shout that out. But yeah, you see that 10 of Darius Boyd. Looks like he's trying to make a move on the inside of that 96 Dylan Butler. Let's see if he can make that stick, as he's going to get down there on that back bumper of Trenton Jump. Trenton Jump's going to pull up in front of that 96 again. Let's see if that 10 can hold on to this inside lane.
That 10 ain't going to race him lightly either, Chris.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that inside or that solo lane is working. Like I was saying earlier, they did change the draft package on these cars at the beginning of the season, so maybe it's just something to do with that. As we know, some of the runs are getting very stagnant. But look at that, the number 2 of Brandon Robertson's right back up into the mix of everything. Looks like he's pushing that 12 up into that 4th place position. But you got Sarah Mays, Go Sun, number 52, Achy Breaky, let's go Jump in the YouTube chat. So appreciate having you guys here with us. Again, always you, Sarah, it's always fun to have you in that YouTube chat. Whoa, as you see, Trenton Jump going for a big move there on that 16 to Jimmy Allen.
Whoa, where did that come from? We got to see that after the stage break. That was a big move right there, but that 16 is going to have a big run back. That was a big old slide job. Here comes the 16. This will be the white flag for the stage here, as it looks like Jimmy Allen going to get back by on that apron. Will the 46 dive it into turn 1 like he did turn 3? As the 96 of Dylan Butler now going to pull it up. He's going to go to that inside lane now. He's going to try his luck at Jimmy Allen. Is that 46 going to roll it around? Here comes that momentum, that run, and that BBS 46 Ford Mustang, as that 46 up Trenton Jump back down the back straightaway, as it's going to be caution out. As you see the 2 of Brandon Robertson around, 12 of Frankie Barroso, big damage. So it looks like the 2 does have some sort of front right damage. So we'll have to check up on that race car here in just a moment. It's funny, the turns are left and so are all the cameras. You only see the left side of everything, so here we go. He did get turned into that outside wall. It looks like there's not too much damage on that too, so maybe he can get some optional here and get back out on the racetrack and repair. And but unfortunately,
yeah, let's see what happened. It looks like maybe that 12. Looks like maybe the 12 was a little. Yeah, maybe it looks like the 12 had a little bit more of a run there coming into that. See if we can get a better camera angle. Okay. Well. Okay, there we go. Just rewind it here. Yeah, it looks like...
and Frankie Barroso did apologize for that, so it looks like he did just get a run on that outside lane. Maybe thought the 2 was going to be a little bit faster on corner exit than what he was, so he tried to get out of the gas right here, and he just wiggled the car down into the 2. A little bit of slight contact. And I mean, the 2 got away with minimal damage as he could have gotten from that. I still think that race car can be salvaged. The 2 can make something out of it. But Chris, if you look on your ticker, it is full everybody down pit road. So pit road is a busy place here right now. As we're right on board here and see that 96 of Dylan Butler in pit stall number 1. We'll see.
Yes, let's see. It looks like Trenton Jump might actually. Yeah, Trenton Jump's going to get out to the lead. Looks like
Jimmy Allen and Darius Boyd might have.
It looks like maybe, yeah, that 16 of Jimmy Allen got out first. Darius Boyd hit the cone coming out. So it was really close. Maybe just, yeah, it looks like it says 14.68, 14.70. Yeah, so They were really close coming out. Yeah, so it looks like Trenton Jump is going to get out into the lead here on lap 42. So this is the first caution right before that stage break. So
As we're gonna roll back here and check, seeing as we got caught up in that last little caution right there, we're gonna go back and review because me and Chris aren't sure actually who won the stage. We were so focused on that wreck. It looks like we were for sure it was Jimmy Allen. Yeah, so it looks like the 16 did win the stage. Yeah, he was out in lead at the time of the caution, so. But it looks like they are double filed back up actually, so we're not gonna go ahead and bring him in. So unfortunate for that. Sorry about that. We were just a little confused trying to figure it out.
yeah,
And,
just trying to make sure, didn't want to give any false information and mess anything up there. So just making sure. But yeah, Jimmy Allen was the stage winner, so he will get at least one bonus point for right now. It will be applied whenever the next session starts, or the next round of eliminations. So he will get one bonus point for that stage win. So Jimmy Allen will walk away with it here at Michigan. But it looks like the pace lights are off. Like you said, we were a little late at getting it, so we won't bring him in right now, but we will try to get him here in a little bit. But I'll let you go ahead and take over it, Josh.
as the field is going to be stacked up too wide, get those belts tight, get up on that wheel, driver. We're about to be going green here for the second segment of our race. You got Trenton Jump controlling the field as the pace car takes that left turn. They're going to hit that restart zone. Green, 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 green. Driver, that 46 off to a big start outside lane. Checking up. You see that 10 Darius Boyd now going to roll to that inside lane of that number 16 of Jimmy Allen. The 6, Tyler Johnson. That 95 of Jonathan Swartz. They're on that inside lane as we roll here. You see that outside lane now starting to pick up the momentum as we go into turn 1. And that 46 of Trenton Jump, he is going to have a angry bunch of race cars coming to him in this draft on the back straightaway. So he is going to have to find a lane. His wreck in the back. That looks like David Brackett, maybe. It is Adam Lancaster and David Brackett. We'll have to see what happened. Not sure.
Yeah, definitely Adam Lancaster and David Brackett were involved in that, but it doesn't look like there was a caution flag for it, so we'll have to go back and check it here in a minute.
16 of Jimmy Allen in the lead, though, Chris. As we roll it out of turn number 2, that 16 car has found his way around. His 96 has also found his way around the 46 of Trenton Jump. You got that 15 of Matt Grenier, though. He is rolling his way up in that Ford Mustang, as we've got an all-Ford top 5 almost, as 2 cars are Toyotas. So technically not almost. We're almost there. Just take it for what it is. Either way, the 15 of Matt Grenier are going to go to the inside lane now. One of your playoff contenders. You see that yellow banner as you got the 46 of Trenton Jump. Trying to get past that 96 of Dylan Butler as he is going to go to the back bumper now of that 16 of Jimmy Allen. And man, what a race this has been at lap number 46. We're almost to the halfway point, taking these laps down as we are rolling still here at the Bluegrass Casino 200 as you ride on board here with Trenton Jump. Sit on here with him for just about a lap as you're going to just see what it takes to get it done here at Michigan. See him roll it in. Just breathe out of the throttle. Let the race car get settled, and then you just got to basically just get back in it full throttle. Find that groove, hold that wheel in a certain spot, minimal steering effort. If you get any type of like just steering correction on it or hit a bump and you have to correct it, it'll just get that race car bad loose, and that's not where you want to be. That'll be either off pace or off pace by a lot because you're going to be in the wall. So see him diving in here into turn number 1, though. He's got a car on his outside that looks like the 15 of Matt Grenier, about a half a car length back, as he is going to clear him back off. But you see that 15 now, and that's what that draft looks like as he pulls him up there. It's just, if you ever had a group of people just grab you and snatch you. You can't do anything. That's what it feels like with the draft. It just grabs you, it pulls you, baby. There is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, as it looks like we've got Ronnie Shirk in the chat. Let's go Justin Winters. Then you got Nate Maurer. Let's go Matt Grenier. So what's up, Ronnie? What's up, Nate? Good to have you here tonight, guys. Did you see that 15 running that bottom lane? He's going to let that 10 work his way up on that outside lane. So let's see if he can use the 46 here to pull himself past that 15 and assume that that 4th place position. It looks like that 46 is going to get past him. No, that 15 is going to slide back up in front of that 10 of Darius Boyd. Whoa, as you see the 96 going all the way down there to the bottom. The 46 was also following suit. See that 12 up Frankie Barso. He is going to be a lap down now going around. So Frankie Barso is going to be your first off of the lead lap, minus Adam Lancaster and David Brackett. You saw those two that were in that wreck. We'll go back here in a few minutes and see what actually happened with that. But it looks like Scott Fritz and all them are still on the charge here, Josh. Looks like he's trying to find that position. As we know, he's a dirt guy. He's always making jokes saying he doesn't like the ovals. So it's good to see him up here in that 7th place position. It's down 4 spots, but you got that 95 of Jonathan Swartz right behind him. Your points leader trying to get his way up into that top 5 position as well. You see that 9 there. Bryce Hunter on that inside lane. You got Justin Winters on his outside. Looks like everybody's getting past that 9 now.
Yeah, we're really starting to see some good mid-pack racing here, Chris. As this is really what you like to see. I mean, these guys are trying to go to that low lane. You see that bottom lane form with about 2-3 race cars, and then it just falls off. That outside lane seems to be just very dominant. As that 96 now getting a run back here to that 16, as the 46 is now going to be going back. As you see now, look at that 15 of Matt Grenier. Looks like he's got the 10 of Darius Boyd. It looks like he was in tow for a second, but they're going to be 2 wide now coming out for that 3rd place position, the 46, the 15, and that should slow him down with that 10 of Darius Boyd roll it up, and that should be a freebie right there to Darius, depending on how hard that 15 of Matt Grenier does battle. But look at that, Chris. Mo Abbott, he's worked his way up into that 6th position in that 48 machine. That Al Lai Chevy Camaro. It's good to see Mo Abbott run good every week, and it's good to see that he is up here in 6th. And another consistent week coming from Mo is that 10 of Darius Boyd getting a big block from the 15. That's going to put him in the catch fence almost.
Whoa. That was a really big block there from that 15. Looks like Darius was trying to go on that outside lane. 15 just walked up the track and said, nope, you're not getting past me. But yeah, like you were saying, it's good to see Mo Abbott up here in that 6th place position, up 9 positions from his start position. And look right behind him, that number 1 is Scott Fritz right in tow. So he is trying his best to get up here and battle it out with these guys in the front. But it looks like Trenton Jump is making a move on that 16 of Jimmy Allen and Dylan Butler right now.
Yeah, he is going to go to the inside. That 16 going to come to give a big shove. But look at that 46 door drafting down the front straight away as it is lap number 53. And that 46 is Trenton jumping. Look at that 15 shot out of a cannon up to that bag number, that 16. We're starting to get racy here at lap number 15.
Whoa, that 46 of Trenton Jumps getting all kinds of loops down there.
Look at that fraud job. That 96 is going to come back with a big run. He's going to have to pick his poison. He's going to have to go to that low lane. Does his 16 come with him? And it doesn't look like he will. He's going to split him 3 wide here. 3 wide for a second. That 96 of Dylan Butler going to drive right back on bottom that low lane. Is anybody going to be with the 46? It is that outside lane momentum going to pick up here as 2 cars on the low lane, and you got a gaggle of cars a little bit out of sorts on that outside lane. Is they're going to roll back? Trenton Jump going to roll back on that outside lane for sure. As that 96 of Dylan Butler going to leave Jimmy Allen just out to hang. He's going to go cut that outside lane back off. So now that's just going to be a pass on Jimmy Allen. Is that 46 coming back to Trenton Jump?
Whoa.
Trenton Jump coming back here to Dylan Butler as he's going to go to the bottom here. As he's going to try to make that same move, that slide job off of turn number 2. He almost had it for a second. That's going to watch the 96 high now as that 46. 96 going to be drag racing that 16. Pick your poison, buddy. He's went with the 96 mostly, though, all night. Looks like he's going to go with that outside lane again here. As now that is going to put a parachute on that 46. As we'll see if he can make that low lane stick. It looks like he is driving it down there. Look at that. He's going to drive it down in the low lane, and here comes Mo Abbott.
Yeah, where did Mo Abbott just come from? It looked like
Jump just made, dude, he just made that bottom lane work.
Yeah, Trent Jump drove all. Whoa, look at that. The 96 is just going to dive it down on that inside lane. He's going to try to make that stick. He saw him do it. He was like, hey, man, if you can do it, I can do it too. And it looks like we're starting to get a little racy back here.
Wide behind the pack as well. The 46 now going to get out of line and out of sorts. He's going to gather back up, put it right back up in front of the 96 of Dylan Butler as these guys are racing here tonight at Michigan. You do not want to miss this action. So that brings me to my next point. If you are on Facebook, hit that share button. Let your news feed light up with this beautiful Bluegrass Casino 200 and share it with a friend. Share it with anyone. Share it with your mom. I don't even care. Just share it. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell and copy that link. Text it to a race fan. Let them know that we're live here with the Bluegrass iRacing Series, man. They got to get over here. They got to get on board with this action as we are here every Tuesday, every Wednesday. Again, thank you to the Bluegrass guys for bringing us on board. But back to the action we go as Scott Fritz is going to be now rolling that inside lane. And P4 is Mo Abbott getting a big block almost at Dorbang from that 15 of Matt Grenier. Is Mo Abbott now going to roll to the inside lane with that number 1 of Scott Fritz. You see that 96 of Dylan Butler now starting to get a little bit of halt in his step as he is rolled back just a little bit into that 4th, now 3rd position. As that 16 of Jimmy Allen going to be following that 46 of Trenton Jump, or he's going to the inside lane. Maybe. Looks like he's going to wash back up here to the outside as we're on this back bumper camera. You see that 1 of Scott Fritz really trying to make that number 1 speed works. Find some speed and make it work on that bottom lane. It looks like he is just going to stay stagnant, maybe fall back in line here if he's got a spot between him and Darius Boyd, but it looks like he doesn't, so he is just going to be stuck on this bottom lane. And he's going to have to make it work. Has a gap here between the 10 and the 48. We'll have to see if he does indeed get it going here. It looks like he is rolling good, though. Scott Fritz qualified in 3rd, so he's got the speed to be up there, but he's been lacking that race pace just a little bit today, but it seems like he's found that rhythm. He is rolling here. He's going to finally get back into line here as well. Look at that 33 Wyatt Brackett, Chris.
Yeah, as you go back here, you got just a gaggle of cars all over the racetrack. You see that that 33 down there on that bottom lane of Wyatt Brackett. You got Tyler Johnson right behind him. Whoa, like, as I was saying that, he's going to whip around that 95. You're going to have the 52 of Justin Winters right in tow. So looks like Justin Winters down 1 position from his starting position. You got right in front of him Jonathan Schwartz up 2 positions. So you got a lot of battles going on back here in the back. As it looks like Dylan Butler's working himself up here on this 15. Excuse me, the 16. As it looks like the 46 getting around the 16 in there of Jimmy Allen. Looks like Jimmy Allen's trying to make a move, but he can't have anything stick. As you see the 46 diving down to the bottom of the lane, trying to break that draft, just trying to get away from these drivers as best he can. As you look back, you got Darius Boyd also battling it out there with Matt Grenier and Scott Fritz. He's trying to move himself up here. You got the 96 of Dylan Butler trying to catch that 16. Jimmy Allen, see Jimmy Allen going down there to that bottom apron. It's just everybody trying to find speed, trying to find a lane to go in and get some grip, because we're already 60 laps into this race, and it just everybody's trying to get whatever little bit of grip that they can to get away from that person in front of them. Because if you're that 46 Trenton Jump, you're loving it right now, because that clean air is just doing it's doing all kinds of work for you. But it's also, you got drivers like Jimmy Allen on the back of them that's just dragging you back. Whoa, look at that! He's gonna have a big drive in there.
He's not gonna be clear though. It's gonna be too wide here. We'll see if that 46 charges and tries to pinch him. Looks like he's just going to let that 16 fall back in line. He's going to go to the inside lane. And you saw him go three cars in a row down to that bottom lane a moment ago. That is scary to go down there in the apron, as that 96 of Dylan Butler. You're in a lot of dirty air when you go down there. And definitely picking up marbles, picking up that dust that's all coming off the dirty part of the racetrack. It's all down there on that apron. So you go down there, makes that race car really slippery. And when you're that 3rd car in that dirty air, already hitting that dirty air slide, hitting that slippy stuff, it's not fun. So it's good handles on those guys from that race car. As battle for the lead here at lap number 62, it's going to be Jimmy Allen now on that inside lane. We'll see if he makes it stick. That National Guard going to have to try to guard that position, as that 46 BBS, he is rolling on that outside lane, and whoa, he just dove it across the nose of the 16. Cut that draft off. He's going to pull back up in front of that 16. And it looks like that 15 of Matt Grenier, he might be pitting this time. Kel Clifton as well, that number 50, sitting in 16th. He's going to be coming down pit road, as it doesn't sound like anybody else may be pitting this lap. But that 15 of Matt Grenier for sure going to come down. That's going to hurt his time a little bit, not having a drafting partner, though. And see that 46 breaking the draft again between that 16 and that 96. That 96 and that 16 definitely working together here. As you see that 96 of Dylan Butler getting up to that back bumper of Jimmy Allen every now and again and giving him a shove down the front and back straightaway. Look at that. Scott Fritz still battling, though, here in this top 5 position as he's running that inside lane, that 48 of Mo Abbott. As you see that 10 of Darius Boyd. Woo! The 52 of Justin Winter's going to put himself out there. 6 of Tyler Johnson. The 16 of Jimmy Allen. The 96 pitting. John Peel pitting. A lot of people coming down pit road this time. Gary Jazorski as well. He is going to be coming down with the 95 of Jonathan Swartz. So pit road is going to be very, very, very active this time. So it looks like Trenton Jump going to stay out a lap as Mo Abbott, Justin Winters, Scott Fritz, and Alex Huffman as well going to stay out. We'll see if Brandon Robertson and company do come down pit road. They do. 24 as well. Brian Terry. We'll see if he's a taker. But it sounds like the pack that just stayed, they're going to overcut the field by 1 lap. Trenton Jump, Mo Abbott, Justin Winters, Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman, and Brian Terry. They will be coming down pit road this time. Excuse me. Brian Terry is 14 seconds off the pace of this top 5. We'll see when he does decide to come down pit road.
Yeah, you see that 15 of Matt Grenier. He's going to go ahead and pass that 46, get that lap back. You're going to see everybody getting it woed down here. Let's see if everybody can get it locked down before. Yeah, you see that 1 of Scott Fritz just locking it up just a little bit just to be on that safe side. You can see everybody getting it slowed down there. That 48, better hope that 52 does not have. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're stuck on that inside lane and that pit lane, your pit box is sooner, that'd be trouble. Everybody looks like they're going to get it down. You're going to have Brian Terry out here in the lead. So that 13 car is going to be your leader for lap 65 at least. We'll see if he goes down pit lane. Yeah, you got Trenton Jump, Mo Abbott, Alex Huffman, Scott Fritz, and Justin Winters. You all saw them coming down pit lane now. They're on their way out. You have Jimmy Allen passing them. Whoa, as you see that 15 doing a little bit of a Houdini job there. Now you see me, now you don't. All right, Brian Terry's going to at least lead 1 lap here at Michigan. See how long he decides to go around and stay out on the track. Last time he pit was lap 42, so he should be coming in before too long. But it looks like that 15 of Jimmy Allen and that 16, that 16 of Jimmy Allen and 15 of Matt Grenier, they're going to be battling it out here for that 2nd place position. Tyler Johnson's not that far behind them. You see on that back bumper of Tyler Johnson, you got Wyatt Brackett also looking to do a really good job tonight. I think he has 1 win on the season. Yes, he does. He's currently sitting in 6th place. So Wyatt Brackett's looking to move his way up into this top 5. As you got 96 there of Dylan Butler making a really big move there on that 96. That 33. You see that 96 also driving by that 6. So those fresher tires, he's got a. Actually, no, he's actually got a little less tires, so that 96 moving up there really quick.
Field has restabilized after that 2nd wave of green flag pit stops. As you see that 16 of Jimmy Allen, he is out in the lead. He's got that 15 of Matt Grenier, that 6 of Tyler Johnson, 33 of Wyatt Brackett, 46 of Trenton Jump behind him. You see that 46 already making big moves back there. I saw him drive it to the inside of that. Look at that inside lane run from the 46. He's going to slide job himself clear in too, ain't he? No, he ain't, but that 96 is going to roll with him as he's trying to find a lane, but that 96 of Dylan Butler coming. That's going to be door contact with the 33 of Wyatt Brackett almost as he's getting up there with the 95. Woo! He's going to file back in line for sure. Nope, he's going to go back to that inside lane. We'll see if the 46 can make it stick. He is Kevin Harvick, that yellow line man, really using up them tires as it looks like he is going to get 3 wide here now with the 95 of Jonathan Swartz, that 96 of Dylan Butler, the 46 of Trenton Jump. Looks like he might be able to fall back in line now. He is. And he's going to fall behind that number 6 of Darius, or number 10, excuse me, of Darius Boyd in that 7th position. As you see Wyatt Brackett here now rolling his way in that 4th position is that 96 of Dylan Butler. And oh, Trenton jump, Darius Boyd, they might make a little bit of contact. Looks like they're both gonna get out. 3 wide coming down the front straightaway, as that is not gonna work if they keep running it through the turn, as that 46 is to the inside. Looks like the 10's gonna clear him. That 46 may be thinking about trying to cut his way up into that outside lane, but he is gonna stick it in that low lane still. Wyatt Brackett on the outside of him as they are gonna go. Oh, he tried to slide it up there. It's not gonna work. Here comes that 10 now behind the back bumper of the 46. I think he likes where he's going, or he's just trying to find a way around, sticking his nose into that air, just trying to see what it brings him. But it looks like it wasn't for him, as that 46 now going to go to that low line pick. And man, he gets a lot of ground on that low line, but the run he loses. And he is going to clear that 33 of Wyatt Brackett, though, so he is going to pick up a position off of it. And that 46 up Trenton jump pass set himself back into P5 as we are starting to see the action. Look at that, Chris. Up front, Tyler Johnson going to peek himself out onto that bottom lane. We'll see if the 96 does decide to go with him, as it looks like he is. So now we're going to have a battle here for that second position. Is that 6? He is going to be on that low lane. Looks like that 15, though, going to be clear. And look at that. Here comes Trenton jump. Try number 3, my friend. He is coming at it. It's like trying to beat that final boss in that video game. You hit it, get it to low level. He hits you on that last shot. You get mad, you come back, you do it again. And then looks like now Tyler Johnson's starting to find out the secrets to that boss, because he is he's picking them off every now and then.
Whoa,
it looks like he is getting a run. But he's getting a big run, though, on that quarter panel. But it looks like now he's going to fall back on entry. He's got Mo Abbott behind him, Huffman. This is really stacked up, this top 10, with how much racing these guys have been doing up here in this second, third, and fourth position.
Yeah, we got Nate Maurer, $20 on Matt Grenier. So Nate Maurer putting some money down on that number 15. Also got Anita Scanlon. Go Jimmy Allen. So I hope I said your last name right. If I did, I'm so sorry if I said it wrong. But Anita, this is nerve-wracking. Yes, it really is. This is a lot of really crazy stuff going on right now. You see that 15 all over the back bumper of that 16 of Jimmy Allen. As you were saying, Josh, you got that 6 Tyler Johnson. He is working his way. We got 3 wide back here. Dylan Butler, or that 46 of Trenton jump.
That intensity factor is banging off of red right now. These guys are running. Now 46, he has been just trying and trying again to make the positions back up that he earlier had in this race. He is now going to that inside lane once again, and he is going to have that 10 of Darius Boyd, that 33 of Wyatt Brackett rolling. But that 46, man, he's going to have to settle out on that outside lane here soon. That inside lane is going to be eating up them tires too much here in just a moment. So that 46 needs to stop using that equipment up, man. He's got a fast race car, but I think he's just killing his equipment right now. And I don't know, but hey, he knows that race car more than me, and he's making it work right now. So I'm not going to knock him until I try it. So
well, hey,
we'll see if Trenton Jump can pick up that run.
Well, hey, Jimmy Allen's mom, Anita, is in the chat. So it's good to have you here, Jimmy Allen's mom. And then also we got Sarah Mays. You know, she also said, you know, she's the 52 of my brain just crapped out on me. Justin Winters, my brain just crapped out on me, so I do apologize. But yeah, got a lot of parents out here, so hey to all the parents, like I said, throw it out in chat. Let us know who you're pulling for. Let us know who you're going for. What you want to see. You know, if you want to see some fights, we can try to get some fights going on. I don't know. I'm just talking stuff. But yeah, as you see that 48 there, Mo Abbott looks like he's moved up 9 positions. Tyler Johnson, like we were saying, it looks like he might have surrendered that 3rd place position to that 96 of Dylan Butler. So that 96 of Dylan Butler is moving his way back up as he's all over the back bumper there of that 15. Looks like Alex Huffy's back up here in that top 5 position. So Huffman's also looking like he's trying to come back up here into that lead.
That is the man I picked to win before the race. He had some early damage, but that's probably because I picked him to win. But it looks like he has found the momentum to roll himself back up here and at least a shot to grab something in the current moment. But with about, what, Chris, 25 laps to go? I mean, we are 26 laps to go, 25 this next time by. I mean, man, we are rolling. And this battle is insane back here at lap number 75, coming to lap number 76 as Scott Fritz now 2 wide as that outside lane. Only got about 3 cars up there. 4 cars technically with Jimmy Allen out there in front of him. And you see that inside lane just got a lot more cars Definitely going to eat their tires up a little bit more. We'll see, though, how well they make it run. Is Scott Fritz now going to go to the inside of the 8 of Alex Huffman as you're out on board here in this Bluegrass onboard camera. Just go to the front bumper of that, and you see that outside run that number 10 Darius Boyd gets in that DoorDash. As it sounds like people are coming down pit road. Is that what I just heard? We'll see.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, we just pitted. Yeah, as you see the 48 there coming down pit lane. You got Trenton Jump, Scott Fritz.
So clearly they couldn't have made it to the end.
Yeah, so something that we did not see on the track. Or something that we don't know because we're not on the track. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, as you see, so Mo Abbott, Trenton Jump, Scott Fritz all coming down pit lane. So pit strategies are in play now. You see Jimmy Allen trying to get out to a commanding lead. But he's got that 6 of Tyler Johnson all over him. Yeah, the 96 of Dylan Butler, a driver that we haven't really got to talk about a lot with adversity, but not as far as being up in the front. It's good to see that 96 up here in the front. You got Matt Grenier, the Nate Mowers $20 pick. Jonathan Swartz, that 95 coming down pit lane. You also got Gary Jazorski and Jonathan Pill also coming down.
As we go back up on board here with our leaders, as you see that 48 of Mo Abbott, that 46 of Trenton Jump rolling themselves off of pit road as they're going to try to get back around the 16 of Jimmy Allen here and company and actually stay on the lead lap. So not even going to go a lap down under those pit stop cycles. So that's a good little stop there for Mo and Trenton, Chris, as they are going to stay on the lead lap. And they're going to be right up there in front of 16 of Jimmy Allen and that 6 of Tyler Johnson, but should be able to pull away on those fresh rubbers.
Yeah, as it looks like Jimmy Allen's starting to pull away from that 6. As we were sitting there going through those cameras, you see that one of Scott Fritz diving it down on the inside lane on those fresh tires. Definitely see the difference between those tires, the old ones and the new ones. You see the 10 of Darius Boyd making a move on the inside of that 15 of Matt Grenier. So maybe going to be able to move himself up one more position. But we do know that, yeah, he just decided to tuck it back up in there. Knows that he's going to get hung out to dry, move his way back a couple of positions, so rather just fall in line and not lose anything. But you see, like we were saying, Jimmy Allen starting to pull away. Hello, Troy Kettler.
As looks like our leaders are going to be pitting this time, Chris. Sorry, did not mean to cut you off in the middle of your chat shout-out. You can go back to that in just a moment, but was just going to inform you the pack is pitting here in the lead as you see Alex Huffman and company rolling on by. It looks like that 15, that 8, and that 33 going to stay out. And they got their way around pretty good.
Yeah, so Matt Grenier moving his way up into that first place position. I think, didn't he win the truck race at New Hampshire? I want to say that was his one-off truck race that he won. So it's good to see that 15 up here in that first place position, but right behind him, Alex Huffman.
Those 3 drivers are going to be pitting this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did hear something, just wanted to make sure before I started talking. So, yeah, you see that 18 getting A around. Gary Jazorski getting his lap back. See that 52 there. Justin Winters also getting around. So you got Matt Grenier, Alex Huffman, Wyatt Brackett coming down pit lane. So Kel Clifton should assume the lead. Yes, he will. So he's going to assume the lead here with 19 laps to go. Looks like Brandon Robertson, he's trying to do his best to catch back up with everybody. You got Brian Terry up 17 positions in that 4th place position with Mo Abbott right behind him. You see Frankie Barroso in front of him, that number 12. And you see the your points leader, Jonathan Swartz, right now sitting in that 6th position.
Look who's behind him, Chris, that 46 of Trenton Jump. He's worked his way back up here in this top 10 after making that pit stop at lap number 76. So Kel Clifton, that 5-0, he seems like he is going to be pitting in now, your lead car currently, as he's got Casey Barlow 5 seconds behind him. Brandon Robertson 11 and Brian Terry 20. They all have not pitted either. 62, 63, 63, and 66 were the last pit laps of those 4 drivers, so that we should be expecting those pit stops from Casey and company here soon, but maybe just want to play that long game, seeing if there's going to be a late race caution here and they can gather some position for some freebies.
Yeah, we got Scott Madden, Let's Go Team New England, and then also Wes Wiegand. Good racing, boys. Good to have you here, Wes. Thank you also for being here as well, Scott.
Yes, it's a big shout out to the fans. Glad you guys are here, and shout out to Team New England, Brandon Robertson, Matt Grenier, Wyatt Brackett. They are rolling as Brandon Robertson currently sitting in that second place, but off of that pit strategy, we'll see when he decides to come down pit road, though, as it looks like Kel Clifton, Tyler Johnson did come down pit road this time, Chris, as we've got Casey Barlow and Brandon Robertson, the sole survivors out there. But Jonathan Swartz and Mo Abbott and company, they are starting to catch them, as Brandon Robertson only 7 seconds away from this third place car. Casey only 13, so they're going to be catching them very, very quickly here on those fresh Goodyear Eagles. And it's going to be fun to see as we roll it.
Yeah, as we're riding on board here with your points leader, Jonathan Swartz, just kind of giving you a little bit of an idea of how these cars take these turns. Jonathan Swartz, last time he pit was lap 77, so got a little bit of life on these tires. But we'll go on board with one of your drivers that have just pit recently, Matt Grenier, so that way you can hear the difference between the way he's rolling out, the way the drivers are doing it. You see Matt Grenier running that high lane. That does seem like the dominant lane here tonight.
Yeah, sorry, did not mean to cut out in the middle of me talking. Had a little bit of action going on the radio. I started listening and completely tunnel vision to that, so sorry about that. 15 laps to go this time by as we were riding on board with the 15. But it looks like Brandon Robertson going to be coming down this time in that good wrench number 2. Go to Dylan Butler.
All right, we're riding on board with that 96 Dylan Butler.
Roll back just a second, because I just heard a second ago they were saying that Brian Terry bumped Frankie Barroso, and now I just heard the 96 say something about it. So I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of contact. Do this really quick. Sorry, I don't mean to cut out the live action. Oh, yeah, you saw it. He was just on that low lane. All right, go back live.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I was very intrigued, but it looks like he was just running that low lane, and those guys on those fresher tires just came blowing by. And he wasn't necessarily in the way, but to them, I guess he was in the way. So could have caused a big accident, but hey, live to see another day. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to confuse Chris with what I was trying to tell him to see, but I was just trying to see it quickly because I can't rewind to myself, but oh well. Actually, I just figured out a way to rewind it myself in my head, so I'll never have to do that again.
Yeah, as you see, Jonathan Swartz, he's got Mo Abbott all over the back bumper. So I'd say all over the back bumper, but Mo Abbott, he is starting to creep up into that 95's rear view mirror. We'll see how long it takes the 48 to do a move, or let's see how long it takes Trenton Jump to get around that 48 and start working on that 95. But right behind him, you got Scott Fritz and Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen, he's your second place in points. So he's also looking to try to do really good. Also, Scott Fritz, he's in third place. So you got a battle between that 95, that 46, excuse me, not 46, the 16, and the 1. So you got that 46 all over that back bumper of that 48, though, trying to push him into the corner just a little faster than he wants to. But that's going to open up the door for that 16 to Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen's going to make a move on that inside. Let's see if he can make it stick, make it pass. Let's see if that 1 decides to go with him, or he's just going to stick with that 46. Looks like the one of Scott Fritz is just going to hang out there on that top lane, see if he can hang out that 16. Doesn't look like it. Looks like the 16's got a good drive down there into turn 1. It looks like
It does indeed.
I was going to say, it looks like it's going to give him enough momentum to clear. Yeah, to clear that 48. It's a good move there from that 16 of Jimmy Allen.
As it's going to be the battle for the lead. Jimmy Allen in that 16, the 95 of Jonathan Swartz, the driver who's used to getting it into victory lane this season, up 11 spots from where he started in that 12th position. That 95 machine, not a driver that maybe we were thinking coming into this from qualifying that would be one of those drivers up here in the front, but that just shows you at these draft pack tracks, you have to know your way around and just get on it. Is that 95 of Jonathan Swartz, so he is going to lead though at the 10 lap to go mark here.
What are you talking about?
Are rolling.
He's got 4 wins, Josh. What are you talking about? You didn't know the 95 was going to be up here. He's got 4 wins. But hey, look at that. Jimmy Allen in that 16 making a big move there on the inside. What was that, Josh? I'm sorry.
I was just saying he didn't qualify, you know.
I know. I'm just
as great as he usually has been. So that was somebody blown up in the pits. It might have been somebody smoking their tires coming out. Either way, Jonathan Swartz is always one of those drivers I know is going to do good, but he just his qualifying pace was a little bit off. Maybe just wasn't feeling it, but that race pace for sure. Like you said, Chris, I guess I should be ashamed of myself not checking that 95 off because he is a fast race car driver.
See that back bumper? Jonathan Swartz is powered by your tears, but look at that. Jimmy Allen making the move around that 95, so the 16 of Jimmy Allen's going to assume the lead here with 8 laps to go. So it looks like Jimmy Allen's got the race pace to finish it out. He is on 3 lap newer tires than that 95 of Jonathan Swartz. But that 15, he's got 1 lap newer tires than Jimmy Allen, so let's see how long it holds out for that 16. Let's see if he can take it home here tonight at the Bluegrass Casino 200. Or let's see if that 95 of Jonathan Swartz is just kind of hanging back. Or that 15 of Matt Grenier. Let's see if he can make a move up there. Or, heck, even Dylan Butler make a move to come up in here. Because this has been anybody's race so far today.
You are correct, Chris, when you say that. It has just been a bunch of different drivers taking their hand at Jimmy Allen basically all night. That driver, once he's gotten up in the front, has just been wheeling that thing in all the right places. So good to see Jimmy Allen rolling through at turn number 2, though, still in the lead. But he's got Jonathan Swartz trying to get up there and run with him. That 15 of Matt Grenier now also doing that same as you got Mo Abbott in 4th. Trenton Jump in 5th. So this battle for this lead position, like you were saying, Chris, just a second ago, can realistically go to anybody in that top 8, top 9 right now. Is all the way back to 10th. We're only a 2nd and 3/10 off. So these drivers are all rolling and fighting. As you see that 33 of Wyatt Brackett, at 46 of Trenton Jump, a little touchy. Almost had a turn number 4 right there as they got side by side. Let's see the 95 now up to the back bumper of the 16. Looks like he's going to let that run stall, as he realistically would have had almost nowhere to go at that point on that inside lane, as he is going to roll it into that outside groove, though, as that 16 kind of stuck a little bit lower. We'll see if that helps the speed to that catch up here to the 16, but it looks like he's not going to reach and get enough of that draft before the entrance of turn number 3 to really make it matter. I see that 95 now going to the inside lane. That 15 to Matt Grenier going to be working that higher outside lane, as you see from this onboard camera of Mo Abbott. He's got Trenton Jump about a 2/10 behind him as we roll it here into lap number 96. 5 to go this time by, driver. 5 to go.
Yeah, if you're that 16 of Jimmy Allen right now, you're just wanting to hit all of your consistent points. You're not wanting to mess up, wash up wide, wash up tight. You're just wanting to hit all of your points. But let's see if Jonathan Swartz can work something out here. Maybe Matt Grenier is just running a conserve line back there, just, running off the cattails of that 95 and that 16. Maybe he's hiding a couple of lap newer tires than everybody else. So let's see if Mo Abbott can get up in here. Let's see if Trenton Jump can do something. Wyatt Brackett, Dylan Butler, Alex Huffman. We've got a lot of good drivers up here in this top 10. So let's see if anybody can make a move and get up here. 4 laps to go this time around.
And watch that 96 of Dylan Butler, that 33 of Wyatt Brackett to be on the run. I just heard Wyatt say, Heard Dylan say, Wyatt, I'm pushing. They moved up a whole position. It looks like he is going to get in front of that 46 of Trenton Jump. We'll see if he lets that 96 stall out. But look at that, the 96 now. Contact! As he's going to wash up the back right quarter panel of that number 33 machine. But it looks like we've got a battle for that second place position as that 15 of Magruder now going to dive it to the inside lane. It's going to be the 48 of Mo Abbott sitting in that fourth spot, sitting on that outside bubble of the podium. But you got all championship runners in that top three right now, as it's going to be Jimmy Allen, Jonathan Swartz, Matt Grenier. Three to go. As let's see if Mo Abbott can break up that playoff podium. He'll see that 48 Ally machine to that outside lane currently, as you've got Dylan Butler, you've got Trenton Jump, both rolling it on that low lane with Wyatt Brackett now on that quarter panel of the 96. He's going to bring it to the outside. Looks like he might make up that position on that 7th place car. He will, as he is currently sitting in 6th. Let's go on board here with Jonathan Swartz down the back straightaway. He's about a 10th off, 2/10 off that 16 National Guard. He's going to go to this bottom lane, about use that second groove, see if it makes up a little bit of time. He does, but we'll see if that does kill his exit speed. That 15 might be able to suck up here just a little bit. You see that 48 of Mo Abbott now, as they're 3 wide behind him. White flag next time by, 2 to go. As you see him dive it off into turn number 1 and 2. As we have 2 laps to go. As you see 3 wide here, that's Trenton Jump. That's that 96 of Dylan Butler. And that is that 33 of Wyatt Brackett in that sandwich. He is the meat as they are rolling, but it looks like that 46 is going to get around on the outside. He is trying to put himself as high as he can now into that top 5, as he is currently sitting 5th. As you see Jimmy Allen coming out of turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag this time by. Will it be Jimmy Allen that comes around and grabs the checkered this next time by? Who'll it be?
Whoa, look at that. The 15 giving a really big shove there to Jonathan Swartz. Whoa, that was a big old push. So that's
and is Jonathan Swartz going to take this race on the last lap, Chris?
Yes, it looks like the 15 is trying to get down there on that quarter panel. Let's see what happens. Goodness gracious, that was a big old push.
Off. Here comes the 16, and he's got a big old run. 15 to Magruder. He's going to go with him. He's going to stick it to the inside. 3 wide here. Coming off of turn number 3. It looks like the 16 is going to win that battle for the moment, but here comes the 96 on that outside lane. Hold your horses. Checkered flag waving, and it's going to be Jimmy Allen taking the win at the Bluegrass Casino 200. Jonathan Swartz picking up 2nd. Matt Grenier 3rd as they finish in a photo finish. 7/100ths of a second interval, and that was a great race there for the win by Jimmy Allen, as he is going to definitely keep his points lead after tonight. That National Guard Ford Mustang was bad fast, and call him the bus driver because he just took these kids to school. And I'm just going to go ahead and correct myself. Jonathan Swartz is your points leader. My fault.
See the 16 getting her woe down there, going to do that burnout. Jimmy Allen getting ready to burn it down.
All right, we'll see it. It's got to be right here, right? He's just going to park it and get the flag.
Yeah, you got Wes Wiegand, heck of a race. Jeremy Little, hell of a finish, guys. I caught myself yelling at the TV. Yeah, I was trying to keep Josh as quiet as I could because I noticed he started getting really crazy. So, yeah, man, it was a good race there towards the finish. So, good to have you guys here with us tonight.
As Chris, we're going to run through your unofficial results for the race. At lap number 100, it's going to be Jimmy Allen taking the checkered flag in that National Guard number 16 Ford Mustang. Jonathan Swartz, he is going to be lining up and finishing in that 2nd place position on the podium. Matt Grenier, he is going to finish 3rd and take that final step on the podium with Trenton Jump in P4. Dylan Butler is going to be lining up in that 5th position, you know what I mean, finishing in that 5th position in Dylan Butler with Mo Abbott. In that 48 Ally machine, heard he ran out of gas coming to the checkered, so he's going to fall back into that 6th position. So unfortunate for him, but still a good run from him as he finished up 9 spots from where he gridded. So that 48 Allen machine finished in P6. Alex Huffman, who led this race for a couple laps there at the start, made some contact early, and that would put him into the wall. He is unfortunately going to finish in that 7th place, still in the top 10 in points. So not a bad run overall, but good comeback from him as he is going to finish in that 7th place position. Wyatt Brackett in that 33 Yingling machine, he is going to actually finish in 8th place, one spot up from where he qualified in 9th, with the 9th place going to that DoorDash number 10 of Darius Boyd. Good to see him picking up another top 10 finish. Scott Fritz, who started in 3rd place, unfortunately lost the pace late in the race. That did not mean to rhyme, but he is going to finish in the top 10, at least salvage a top 10 finish out of it, and he is going to be in that P10 spot. The number 7, John Pill, he is going to be finishing in that P11 position with that 52 Allen's Body Shop of Justin Winters, finishing in P12. Jerry Jazorski in that number 8, or Gary Jazorski, I did it again, in that number 18 Toyota Camry. He is going to finish in that 13th position. With the 50 of Cale Clifton, he is going to be finishing 14th. That 24 of Casey Barlow, he is going to be finishing in 15th. With Brandon Robertson finishing in 16th. Tyler Johnson's going to finish in that 17th spot, with Brian Terry in 18th. Frankie Barroso in 19th. Bryce Hunter in 20th. Adam Lancaster in 21st. And David Brackett rounding out your field in that 22nd position. So I'm trying to see, do we have... But yeah, we saw a good race as we're waiting for the drivers in this cooldown period to get ready, get in the staging area, and get ready for these top 3 interviews, as it was Jimmy Allen, Jonathan Swartz, and Matt Grenier. So a good race to the finish as we saw 3 wide for just a split second. Man, if that would have stuck all the way around to the finish, that would have been awesome. But either way, it was still an awesome race. That was just good intensity all the way to the checkered flag, and the right amount of intensity. We saw some wrecks, we saw some, incidental contact, just racing incidents, but either way, still good, and it was still worth all the time in the world to be here. And I enjoyed that, man, Chris. I don't know about you, but Michigan just became one of my favorite tracks to watch at now.
Yeah, Michigan's a really fun track, but it starts to get very nerve-wracking towards the end of it. Once you start wearing down your tires and you have to start managing your equipment, that's whenever it becomes not fun.
All right, and we've got all 3 of our drivers now in the staging area. Going to go ahead and grab Matt Grenier, your 3rd place finisher. Bring him in and see what that 15 has to say. Matt Grenier, P3. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, P3, they're at the finish in that number 15 Ford F-150. As you, Ford F-150, my bad. We were watching truck. I've just started thinking of trucks, and I was like, wait, what do I got to say? Ford Mustang, my bad. Whew, completely zoned out right there. My bad. I was starting to think of what I was going to say, and my heart dropped instantly as soon as I said it. Oh, God, embarrassing. I'm just so nervous to talk to you, Matt. But either way, man, hey, you finished P3. We saw 3 wide coming there to the end. That was a fun battle. You really worked your way up there towards that late run, so you were really doing a good job just to work your way through the field. Once she fell back just a little bit, but hovered around that area all night, and towards the end, seemed like you were making it work. Do you think you had that momentum to get past those 2 guys? And how do you feel like this race went for you overall? Tonight here at Michigan.
P3 for the first round of playoffs. That's a great way to start. I'm not going to complain one bit. Those guys pitted before me. Our strategy was going to put us at lap 81 to pit. I think John pitted 78, so he was a couple laps earlier, and Jimmy, I think, was a lap before us. And I was catching him. I had the momentum, and the minute I caught John, that was the last point of my tires working, because I was able to pass. I hit them, and I just couldn't get around them. So I feel like the only thing I could have done there was, and which I did, was backed up the corner, pushed John, forced him to make a move on Jimmy, and hope for the best. And at the very worst, I was going to finish third. So, I was hoping I could squeak something out there for a Hail Mary, but I'm happy where we're at. It's a good point tonight for us.
Hey, well, it was a good race, man, and a good attempt. That 15 looked like it had some momentum rolling tonight, and you were doing a good job out there, Matt. So, hey, you finished P3 starting into the playoffs. You heard it from the man himself, says he'll take it. So, hey, Matt, if you've got any final thoughts, final words, or shout outs before we let you go tonight, you can go ahead and throw them out there, buddy.
I got to thank Team New England first and foremost. We all work hard at this, and without these guys, we can't do it. So tough break for Brandon tonight, but I know he'll bounce back next week. So expect him to be back up there. And Wyatt had a pretty good run. So hopefully we can get them up, get us all three up front next week, and carry on to round 2. Got to thank my parents for watching, as always. I got to thank my girlfriend, or my fiance now, for allowing me to do this. Jason, as always, for putting on a great league for us, and then you guys do a great job in the broadcast booth. So really appreciate it.
All right, well, we appreciate you, Matt. Well, again, congratulations on that P3 tonight. We hope you're able to carry this momentum through the playoffs, and we'll let you go here tonight, man. And hey, don't celebrate too much. We got a week ahead of us, so enjoy the rest of your night, man. And we'll be talking to you later on.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. All right, and that was Matt Grenier. Going to go ahead and bring in Jonathan Swartz, get these interviews wrapped up so we can have a word with your leader. Hey, Jonathan Swartz, Chris, and Josh in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Man, this is starting to become a weekly thing, Jonathan. We're going to have to start making you pay us to talk, so but just kidding, buddy. You're getting a good run out there, P2, as you finish here in the second place in the first round of playoffs. And you had a little bit of a shot there with that shove coming from Matt Grenier as you went to the inside lane. But as we saw later in that run, that inside lane not working. But hey, you picked up second place, you qualified 12th, and you finished second. So how you feeling tonight, and how you think that run was going for you there towards the end?
Well, I just got to give a shout out to everyone here at Bluegrass, because last week after the New Hampshire race, I did an NIS official race in New Hampshire, and I had 16 cautions over 150 laps, where compared to here we had 3 or 4 maybe. And so just the amount of clean racing that we have is just so respectable and admirable and enjoyable to race with. And so we just showed that again tonight, the fact that we had so much close racing, but only 1 caution basically at the stage there in a small wreck. And it's just so enjoyable to have all this close racing. I mean, the amount of times my butt clenched from someone almost getting up to my side panel, man, that happened a lot tonight. But it was so fun to race side by side. Throughout practice, I had no pace whatsoever. I just couldn't figure out the groove here, and I was just sliding the tires and getting tight on exit on both corners, and it just took me forever to finally understand how to run it with a pack here. Just figuring out how the tires are gonna get adjusted over the long run. And after the first stage, I was just I knew track position was going to be so important. So I pitted early, just like Matt was saying, with 70 or at lap 78 or something, 22 to go. And I looked at my fuel, and 10 to go, I had 11 laps left. And I was like, am I going to make it on fuel? So I'm looking at in the mirror for cars coming, I'm looking at my fuel, trying to see if I'm going to run out of fuel. And I was just so much stuff is going on. And I knew my tires were fading. Other guys had fresher tires. And I was like, if I can just hold on to a podium here, I'll be happy. So I think this is the happiest second place I've ever had, just to be able to hang on. The fact I even had a shot in the final lap, I'm just ecstatic about. So gotta give Jimmy Allen just a congrats. I mean, last week in New Hampshire, I feel like you both had a really good shot to win, and I'm happy I got the win, but I'm also happy you got the win tonight. So just gonna give a shout out to him.
Heck yeah, Jonathan, you ran one hell of a race, man. That was like you said, butt clench moment though. Even with some of the action out there, especially if that 46 was coming up, man. Trenton Jump was all over some quarter panels tonight. That man was the definition of door drafting. And but either way, it was some close battles out there, and we enjoyed getting to see that 95 come out here and really sling it around. It's always an enjoyment and a pleasure to watch you get in the podium, have a word with you. Love having you up here. So hey, we're glad that we were able to have a word with you again. If you've got any final thoughts, any final words, knew you had some shout outs thrown out there already, or any more of those, you can go ahead and throw them out there so we can get our leader in here and get these interviews wrapped up, buddy.
Yeah, I'll just give a shout out again to my sponsors, Phoenix 7 Racing, GTR simulators on the car. I think if you use code Phoenix online, you should get 15% off of any rig as well. Also shout out to RS Button Boxes and Chris Vail for making such a great livery. So hope we can keep up the good work next week.
Heck yeah, Jonathan. Well, hey, we'll be looking out for you next week, buddy, and hopefully we will be talking to you soon. Congratulations on the P2 in the first round of the playoffs, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you. All right, and we're going to go ahead and have a word with Jimmy Allen, your winner. Jimmy Allen, Chris and Josh in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Sorry about that wait, man, but hey, you finished first here. It was an awesome battle. It seems like you really had the dominant race car all night. As once you got out there in that clean air, it just seemed like nobody had a shot at you. You were making that race car just the right amount of lengths, and they were lining up and sending guy after you, and it just seemed like nobody could get by. How did you get that race car so tuned up on that line and really find the pace? And what was the success here tonight? Where'd you get that from?
Really, I never ran the outside in practice at all. On the initial start, I went into turn 1, and I missed the corner because you can't see over the guy in front of you. So I missed the corner and drove in higher than I did all night, and actually got around that guy. So I did it again and again and again, and kind of learned in 1 and 2 you get pretty high and get a real straight shot off the corner. I couldn't really do anything in 3 and 4. I think we're all pretty even. Just whoever had a big draft they were gonna get a run, and you were kind of sit and duck. So worked out well though.
It did work out well, Jimmy. I mean, you had a good run there, man. Like we were saying, every time somebody would come up to run that door, get up beside you, you just held that ground, held your line, and you really showed it with that Ford Mustang, man. That number 16 National Guard got out there, picked up the win here. First round of the playoffs, you've picked up a win, Jimmy, and pretty sure that feels like a pretty successful start to the playoffs as we get rolling here. And it's always good to have a word with you, and we're glad that you finally got back up here in that P1 spot. So, you've got any final thoughts, any final words, shout-outs, or anything you want to let out there before we let you go? You can go ahead and throw them out there, Jimmy.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate Jason for putting this on. Shout out to Mom watching at home. Really excited for Darlington, so tune in next week.
Heck yeah, that's what we like to hear, Jimmy. Darlington, one of my favorite tracks to spectate. We've got a lot of drivers confident about it, so it's good to hear that you are on that confidence list now too. So hey, like you heard it from Jimmy, tune in next week, folks. You don't want to miss it. So hey, Jimmy, again, congratulations, man, on that victory here tonight. It was a blast watching you really dominate the field out here tonight. Knowing that you had almost no experience out there on that outside lane just makes the win so much sweeter. So awesome seeing you find that pace with just that natural racer's knowledge. You showed it here tonight. And again, congratulations on that P1.
All right, appreciate you guys. Good night.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good night. All right, and that was Jimmy Allen, your P1 sitter. All right, and we're going to go through the results one more time here. Is Jimmy Allen did pick up that P1. We just had a word with him. Up 5 spots from his original qualifying spot of P6. So good little run from Jimmy. You heard no experience, and he was able to find that outside groove naturally. So good on him. That 95 of Jonathan Swartz going to come up from that 12th position. Satisfied with that second place finish here tonight, as he is in that playoffs as well. And that third position going to go to Matt Grenier, also in the playoffs, who is very satisfied with his P3 here going into tonight, as we are also in that first round of playoffs for him as well. 46 of Trenton Jump going to pick up that P4 spot with Dylan Butler in P5. Mo Abbott in P6 with Alex Huffman at P7. Wyatt Brackett P8. Darius Boyd P9 with Scott Fritz P10. John Pill P11. Justin Winters P12. Gary Jazorski P13 with Cale Clifton P14. Casey Barlow P15 with Brandon Robertson P16. Tyler Johnson P17. Brian Terry P18. Frankie Barroso P19 with Bryce Hunter 20th. Adam Lancaster 21st. And David Brackett going to round out your field in 22nd position. All right. Well, it seems like this is going to be all from me and Chris in the Bluegrass Media booth. Make sure to hit that like button on Facebook. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Click that notification bell so you know when we go live. Share the post, share the page to some friends, hit them up, let them know that you've got an awesome league you just found that you love to watch on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. But be sure to catch us next Tuesday for the Truck Series at Darlington. Cup Series to follow in a week. And that Wednesday. So Wednesday and Tuesday, Wednesday, however you want to say it. 9 p.m. for both the Trucks and Cup will be at Darlington. So other than that, I think that is going to be all, though, from me and Chris up here in the booth. We want to thank you fans at home for being here for another great week of Bluegrass racing, and good night. And we will be seeing you next Tuesday for the Truck Series at Darlington. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we are signing off.